Get the
You
third
should give
dog.
that dog to me.
I
You
get
should
to
like
you,
ask, yeah, to me or Courtney or like somebody you trust.
and you want dog.
Yeah.
You want the dog. You want the dog? That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I want the dog.
No, I'm telling you, like that's what you should do. You should ask one of your best friends to
But
give.
what if
To
I
take
want the dog? What if I
You
want it?
already have two. You already have two. Have you not learned your lesson? Did you not see your pattern? You not see your pattern? It's because it's a pattern, and you
I'm on
continue
a
to follow the
quota.
pattern.
I'm on a quota here, Rodney. I need 10 girls and 10 dogs by the end of the year. Okay, I'm on a quota.
What are you, the canine version of Hugh Hefner?
I'm just flying.
What's good, y'all? I'm Rodney, and this is another episode of Newsflash from Fam and RJ. You already know what we do on here. We talk about whatever, whenever, however, doesn't matter. You gonna get any type of new topic, convo, conversation, doesn't matter when it comes to Fam and RJ. Take it away, fam.
I don't know what to take away with. I don't know. What are we doing? What are we talking about today?
You know, fam, I am a man of science. And honestly, in my long years of living, very short years of living, I'm young. I've come across many things in my life.
17 years of living?
Something like that.
That's a man of science right there.
I've come across many things in my life. But you know, there are some things that even I have a mystery to, scared of, you know, and there was a shooting at Palm Beach Gardens Mall, and I shop at that mall. You know, I shop there. And it's just scary that how like something could just drastically change, and you know, one place you're at one place and anything could pop off and you don't even realize it. You know, like you could just be shopping somewhere and boom, somebody could just go in and shoot up. And you know, same thing with anywhere, you know, at schools and all that. You know, and now, you know, anybody can buy a gun in Florida. It's just crazy how we got all these freaking shootings and, you know, nothing's changing. You know, so I just wanted to bring that up first today. You know, anybody out there that's been through any victims or had any of their family members in those type of situations, I'm sorry. I feel for you, and I just hope that whatever y'all going through, y'all could just get through it.
Yeah, I feel horrible for any of the victims and the victims' families. I mean, to be honest with you, you just told me about this recently. I didn't even know this happened. I'm looking it up right now. But it's just crazy. Like we have we have so many We have, I think, more shootings a year than like baseball games at this point.
Crazy.
I don't know if that's actually true, but it feels like it. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. This literally happened 6 years after Parkland, like to the day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I think Parkland, the possible Valentine's Day shooting comes on the anniversary of Parkland High School Massacre. I mean, that's insane. Someone decided to shoot up the mall. I don't know if it's, let's shoot up the mall because it's the Parkland anniversary, or it's just there's so many shootings a year at this point that it just, yeah, the stats give it so that it lands on the actual anniversary.
Yeah.
Why not?
Can't change the world unless we change ourselves, man.
This. I'm gonna stop sharing. What? So
you heard what I said, fam?
Is this? Yeah, I heard you say something. I heard you go blah blah blah. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about this, the shooting?
Oh no, I just wanted to bring it up for our opening topic.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. I appreciate you doing that because I hate all the shootings that happen every fucking year, almost every day at this point. I mean,
yeah,
every single shooting that happened, like the Kansas City one that just happened. I want to bring this up real quick. I want to put out this point that there's a big, in my opinion, kind of a misconception that like a good guy with a gun will stop a bad guy with a gun. And in the Kansas City parade, there's actually a guy with no gun. That stuff with the bad guy with the gun. Because the good guys with the guns, the cops were just kind of sitting there until they finally heard us. The dude got apprehended. Now there were some that were
Yeah.
too far. So like I remember like some of the cops were like said like, "Oh, you just stood there," and they're like pretty far away and like probably taking care of other people. But there were other cops that were like right there, and they showed up like, "Hey, what's going on?" It's like what? Like a civilian did your job for you is what happened
Yeah.
with no gun. Tackled him, by the way, tackled him and in a Kansas City Chiefs parade. A great tackle made him fumble the gun. Literally, he fumbled the gun. I hope these references aren't going over your head.
No,
The
no,
dude,
no.
the dude tackled somebody and fumbled the gun. I mean, sign him to the Chiefs. But aside from that, that's the only thing I gotta say. It's like they say, again, a good guy with a gun stops a bad guy with a gun. If you have no guns in the area, nothing happen. No shooting can happen. That's why there's metal detectors at all these uh games and stuff because they know like the chances of no gun or no shots happening is if there's no guns. Just kind of a fact.
I think only certain people should have guns. I mean, I don't know who. So I was on, I don't know if it was Facebook or Instagram. No, it was Instagram. And they had a top 10 sitcoms of all time, right?
Mhm.
And first of all, they had Fresh Prince at number 10. I don't know if that's something racist or something, but it feels very racist. That's just me.
Wait, what? I mean, depends. Whatever the 1 through 9.
Man,
You're saying it's
forgot the
racist to
nine
put Fresh Prince at top 10 sitcoms of all time?
at number 10. Yes, I do.
Why?
Number 10. Why does that have to be the last one?
Do you know how many sitcoms are? Wait, hold on. It's top 10.
Why does it have to be number 10?
It's in the top 10 of all time.
What if your friends was in the top 10 and it was number 10?
Well, I could disagree with that.
Oh,
But it's still top 10.
I bet you could disagree with that.
Okay, I would disagree. I would probably disagree with it being 10. But the fact that it's top 10 is like, okay, there you go. That's good.
Maybe
And plus, maybe it is 10.
If it was 8, 7, then I'd be like,
You're telling me it's racist to put Fresh Prince at 10?
I'm saying it could be racist.
You get 2 digits instead of 1. They gave you 2 digits.
I want the one. I want the one. They had your out. I don't remember the whole full list, but they had your
Let
your
me see if I can.
office.
Let me see.
See, don't you do. See, let me get my second phone.
Top 10. By the way, he got his second phone, everybody. He's got his second phone back.
I got 3 phones, everybody. Don't listen to him.
I think you've got
how much
5.
phones I got.
All right. We're going with IMDb. Can we go with IMDb? Is that fair?
Yeah, until my phone comes back on, I'd say it's fair.
All right. Number 1, The Simpsons. Number
Crazy.
2, Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
Nah, this is a flawed list already.
Hey, you want to go with it, fam?
I
It's done.
agree. It's just flawed. Who the fuck? What the fuck is extras?
Fam, you don't know about extras?
No. What is extras?
Wow. If you don't know about it, I'm not even gonna say nothing. You
All
should
right.
know about that one.
No, I don't care to know. I actually don't want you to tell me.
Whoa. Fam.
Arrested-
Wait, is Friends number 4? Oh no, it's not.
Arrested-
Development.
I love Arrested Development, but I don't think it belongs on this list. The last
And look
2
what's number
seasons are.
5. Curb.
I love Curb. I fucking love Curb. Curb should be on top of extras, if anything. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah,
is doing
I
over here.
agree. I
Friends
agree. It
number
should be.
6. Friends
Okay.
number 6. That's a should be. That's good. 2.5 Men. I think. Man, the last few seasons are horrible, but aside from that, I fucking love this show, dude. This show is awesome.
I can never get into that show.
Family Guy, okay. Modern Family, never watched it. The Office, overrated. Eastbound and Down, they just added a number 11 just for fun.
Damn, I thought you loved that show.
The Office?
Yeah.
Brother. It's overrated. Okay, it's Always Sunny is
Oh,
missing it from this like for sure.
fam. Oh, I mean, The Office was top 3 in that thing I had.
Top three, it's over. That's The Office is like top 15 in my opinion.
I couldn't
Number
get. I
two, look
still
at this
couldn't get.
list: 200 best comedy series of all time, and this one's at 200. Two and a Half Men, 200.
Okay,
What's
that's.
number
I
one?
agree.
That kind of no, I don't know. That's too much. Look at this: Boy Meets World. It's better than Boy Meets World. Full
No, it's not.
House. Yes, it is.
Boy Meets World is fantastic. It is fantastic, fam. Have you seen Boy Meets World?
No.
There you go.
I am living life to the fullest. If anything, I am the opposite of a misogynist. I'm a pro-misogynist. Do I know how to pick 'em, don't I? You drink milk?
Just with cereal.
Okay.
Not that milk. That milk.
What's the difference?
That's Dairy Farm. We drink Dairy Barn.
Fine. Happy?
Why would I be happy? It's just milk.
Cute. Keep it up. You'll be on one of the cartons.
All right. Anyway,
Didn't make me laugh.
that's like a one-off moment. Like there's so many better moments.
I mean, listen, fam. It's at the bottom of the food chain.
I mean,
At the bottom of the food chain.
it was over Friends, I believe, in the IMDb list.
Well, Friends isn't really that good.
That's just fucking blasphemy. Everybody that says the Friends isn't that good just remembers it from like a cringe time. It's a little cringe. That's fair, but like, it's good still. I still think it's good.
I think it's good too. I was just fucking with you.
I dare say it's even better than Himium.
What?
Himium?
I've never heard of that show.
How I Met Your Mother?
I think Friends is funnier, but I like the story How I Met Your Mother better.
You know, I've been thinking about that too. I actually don't even know if I like the story better anymore. So from like season 6 to like season pretty much 9. Like I actually do like 9. A lot of people don't like 9, but like season 6 to 8 basically, and don't get me wrong, there's some really good episodes in season 6, but aside from that, it's just like so extra, so annoying. I think they only planned for 5 seasons anyway, so like you could tell it just kind of feels forced. Like there are episodes where I don't even know it just feels like I'm in a trance. Like I don't even know what's going on. Like I'm just watching to watch just to get it over with.
I
That's what. Huh?
We could say the same about every single long 8 to 10 season sitcoms.
Not for Friends for me. That's like, and same thing with Always Sunny. Like there's one season that I don't like, but aside from that, like I watch every episode knowing what's going on and like enjoying it. While like with How I Met Your Mother, like I remember season 8, I was just like, all right, whatever. I'm done with this storyline. I'm so done with this story. I don't even know what's going on. It's not
Well,
fun.
I think that's because, like, again, like that, like it's actually telling you a story, and it feels like they're kind of, it's like dragging it. Like you need to get to the point. Like, what are we still doing in 8 seasons of your show? And it's still like, you haven't seen the mother. We don't know where she's at. Well, we're alluding to it, but we're still not there.
That's why I think they should have, you know, cut those seasons out. Like, and that's the thing is there's good episodes in season 6 where like for example, there's an episode where like Marshall's dad dies. Like those episodes are crazy good because they're
Mhm.
very heartwarming and emotional. But like at the end of the day, most of that season could be carved out. Season 7, I don't remember it. Season 8, what a blow. The best part of season 8 is the end when you finally see the mother. So make make season I would have made season 5, even I think season 5 may have had some moments that were not necessary. Why don't you make season 6 and season 8, like cut out all the shit, make it like an extra, make it 10 episodes and put it at the end of season 5, and then have season 6 be season 9.
Mhm.
Which I also think was long. They could have definitely made it shorter, but I don't mind it. I don't mind the whole idea of we're gonna make the whole season, we're gonna make it 55 hours. I like that.
Yeah, but when I think of Friends, though, like their seasons, I feel like there's 7, 8, 9. I don't think every episode of Friends is good. I think they have memorable episodes throughout that season, but some of them is like you could just skip this. Like you could just skip this, and like I feel like the only thing in Friends that was consistent was Chandler and Monica. Everybody else kind of just did their own thing. Nobody really had anything, but it was funny. I feel like since it was so funny, it doesn't matter that, oh, they didn't really have anything to really do. And I think that's what kept it afloat. But then you go back and then they did that Joey and Rachel thing, and that's when I'm
That
like,
was
okay.
terrible. I agree. That was
Then it's like, well, it's
That-
like they don't know what they're doing anymore.
yeah.
It's
that's
like
not-
you
not
guys running out of
necessary.
ideas.
That was not necessary at all. That was dumb. I agree with that. No, the thing is though, I see. I think there are not many episodes for me that like I would skip on Friends. The only ones that I would skip would probably be the ones where they do like the clip, the where they go back and watch the old memories of all their clips. They basically just like they just put like random clips from their show in like an episode. Those
Yeah.
episodes I don't like. I skip those. But aside from that, like I don't think there's many that I would skip, but I do think there are storylines that are just not that interesting. And I do agree that like it's really Monica and Chandler. Like once Monica and Chandler are together, or once they get married, like that, it's really about them. Like yeah, Rachel and Ross obviously, but like they kind of take the show in a way. And I don't know, I don't mind it, but yeah, I do agree. Like they have the most consistent storylines. The rest are just kind of like doing whatever the fuck they want to do. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden Joey's like, I'm gonna fall in love with Rachel. Like what?
Yeah.
You know?
I'm just like, what the?
But I don't know. To
Shit.
me, it's still to me. I don't know. It's the best ending I've seen in a TV show so far. I can't. I can maybe think of some. Like I like Breaking Bad is fantastic, the way it ends. But does it get me the same way Friends got me? Like I think I cried when Friends ended.
Best ending. I can't really think of a show really that makes me think like that.
And you know my opinion on the How I Met Your Mother ending. I hate it. So it's not like
I hate it. I don't hate it. I dislike it.
you dislike it.
I dislike it.
What would you have changed? Because I know we
You know
disagree
what
on
I would
this.
have changed. I would have the mother living. Yeah. I would hate to have been somebody who watched the show. Like, because I didn't watch it when it aired. You know, obviously, I watched it recently. I would have hated to have been a fan of that show, waiting 10 years, 9 years to finally see the mother, just to find out she was dead the whole time.
That's
And
the
this
only-
man is just, and he only had her, he's been searching for this lady for 10 years, and he only had her for what, 8 years, 9 years?
something like that.
That feels just, it feels so empty. It's like,
I don't
it's
know.
like you could have just been with any of the women he's been with throughout those 10 seasons. I feel like he could have just been with them and just been with them
That's
for
not-
the years.
That's not how life works, bro. Life works in like life just hits you sometimes. You know, you find your woman and then she gets cancer. Like I don't know. That's the one thing I like from the ending. It's like
But
it
I-
made
but I-
sense.
I don't know, but you could get cancer anytime. She could have got it in her 60s. She could have got it in her 70s. You know, when
Well,
you know
she
it's a
didn't.
story, I know, but when you know it's a story and you write it like that, to me, that feels like you're just writing it. Realistically, yeah, but like, come on. I feel like at least show like the signs. Like, so when they show like the flashbacks, right? Like, I feel like if you're gonna do that, I feel like you should like somehow. So say Tracy, right? When we first met her, when she was in the bar with her friends, right? Say like she lost her mom recently. Her mom died of cancer. Okay, so now in your head, you know she has a history of the family dying from cancer. Then you could say when she had her first love and stuff like that, they were together and all that. And then you could tell like she had like a little cough or a little something, just a hint that like, okay, she's not sick or anything, but you could see it happening in the future.
Yeah.
You just drop that bombshell out of nowhere and say, oh, she got cancer. She just died.
No, I'm gonna do a little push on that. I think they definitely did give you signs. You see him. Matter of fact,
When?
I bet I'll tell you. Like, there's one time where Ted and her are like back at the hotel where Barney and Robin got married. It's How I Met Your Mother, Tracy, Six Signs. They're talking. He's telling her stories, and he's like, oh, um, something about like watching some girl, some like watching their daughter like get married or something, and he like, or she's saying something like that, and he like looks at her like super sad, and she's like, no, no, it's okay, don't worry about it. But like that's like a
No,
kind
but
of,
that's already in the future. That's like already when they're together and they've been together for years. I
well,
know
yeah,
the
that
scene
she
you're
doesn't
talking
get
about.
cancer. She doesn't get cancer when they get together. She gets cancer like
No,
way down the line.
but I'm saying though, like already you're showing us their future. They're already together. I'm talking about before they get together, you show those signs. Not when they're already together and they've been together for years. I'm saying you show
I
those
don't
signs
see the
before.
difference. I don't see the
Because
difference.
like you just again it's dropping it at the end because they only showed that at the end. They didn't show that during the whole entire time when we meet Tracy. We see Tracy throughout the season. They showed that literally. I believe that's the
because
last episode
because that's the
that
thing
they
is
show
like,
that.
right, because the thing is like the season is about meeting Tracy. It's not about Ted and Tracy's relationship at all. Like the season is how everybody met Tracy. And then that the last episode, once like it's established that they've been having a relationship, they show you the little signs throughout their relationship because that's when it happened. But they can't show them before they started dating because then you would still be showing the flashbacks towards when they were dating because she only got cancer when they were dating, when they were together. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't matter when you show them before or after because it happened after they started dating.
I see what you're saying. I feel like I don't know, man. They could have let her live.
Let's look.
Like especially if you were gonna get him back with Robin, you should have just had him be with Robin.
I
You and I are gonna meet. And we're gonna fall in love. And we're gonna get married. And we're gonna have 2 kids. And we're gonna love them.
this is
and
this
each
is not
other
even
so
the last
much.
episode, by the way.
Yeah.
All that is 45 days away.
Who knows he's talking to Robin?
No, he's not talking to Robin.
But I'm here now. I guess because I want those extra 45 days.
He's talking to Tracy.
With
know
you,
that,
I
right?
want each one of them.
This is. I forget why.
And if I can't have them, I'll take the 45 seconds before your boyfriend shows up and punches me in the face. Because I love you. I'm always gonna love you. Till the end of my days. And beyond.
This is like he's talking to himself.
See.
No, this scene he goes to see her.
Okay, there
Can
we
I
go.
help you? Oh, hey, it's Louis, right? It's okay. It's fine. I'm in love with your girlfriend, and we're gonna get married. What? Yeah.
That tells us that if he could go back in time to this day in the bar, the thing he would do first is go into Tracy's house. He tells her that he wants those extra 45 days or at least 45 seconds. Why would he tell that with tears and cry about such a short moment of time if the mother reads a book in the next room as he tells their kids this story?
When did this happen?
This happens probably 4 or 5 episodes before the last episode. He's talking. This is the Robots and Wrestlers episode, where he's sitting at the bar by himself, imagining a conversation he's having with Barney, like about going to wrestle like Robots and Wrestlers, and he's like, at one point he's like, "Oh, I don't think I'm gonna go," and he's like, "That's okay. I'm not even here. Like this conversation happened like years ago. You didn't go. You're not gonna go. Like you're just sitting here in the bar by yourself. You're imagining, but something like that." And Ted like realizes like he's just sitting by himself at the bar, no idea what to do. And then he decides, what am I gonna do? What would I do first? And it's like he goes to see Tracy, but he's just imagining it. Do you know what I mean? As he's telling that story. So it's like
Okay.
this is like way before. What is this? Okay, this is she hasn't even gotten married yet. So when is
What went down? Chapter and verse. Oh, out of ice. I'll get it. Oh, no. Got it. Sit down. Plus, the vending machine's got a loose coil. I'm going to try to hip check my way into some free tropical Skittles.
Your sister's not like most brides, is she? She's a Sherbatsky. She's not gonna lose her Timbits just because she's getting married. Guess some people just never have that
I don't know
holy crap, this is my wedding moment.
what's gonna happen here.
I remember this.
Yeah,
I
but
remember this.
what is this foreshadow towards Tracy's death? I don't know what it.
And that's the story. Right down to the surprise ending.
There it is.
Is
Here
that
it is.
really such a surprise? I mean, come on.
I remember this
Of
scene.
course
This
she
scene.
showed up. What mother is going to miss her daughter's wedding?
Yeah. See, look at him.
You are. But again, this is the future.
Okay.
Right, but this is not even the last episode, though. This is before the last episode.
Yeah. Okay, this is before the last episode.
Yeah. So
But
that's
my
what I'm
thing
saying.
is, I just think she should have lived, man. I just feel like it was a waste. Like all those years, like wasted. Like I feel like the Robin and Barney getting a divorce was more realistic than Tracy dying of cancer as quick as she did.
I think both are realistic.
I could agree with that.
See,
but
the thing.
I still think Tracy, that was just like, that feels to me like somebody wrote that. That
My
feels
thi-
like somebody wrote. You know what I mean? Like it feels like somebody wrote that. That didn't feel like a realistic part. You just wrote that. Like, okay, now we're gonna make her die so he can get back with Robin.
Well, so that's the part that is my issue, because here's the thing. To me, first of all, the whole show makes me think that they want you to think that Ted is like an outstanding, awesome guy. The guy is dirtbag, trash, complete and utter asshole. Period. That's
No,
just
he's not.
yes, he is. He's a righteous motherfucker that all he does, he judges everybody for doing the wrong thing, and then he does it himself all the time. And I
He's
can't,
not. He's not a worse person than Barney.
no, you know what? I'd argue that he is, because Barney at
No
least
way.
admits that he's a horrible person. I
But then
admit,
does it again.
I-
And then
but
does
that-
it again.
But that's the thing is he's not out here saying, "Hey, I'm a horrible person and I'm never going to do that again." He says, "I'm a horrible person and whatever you get from me, you deserve it because I told you I'm a horrible person." And I agree. I agree he's a horrible person. I agree. But he says it. He admits it. He said, just like Charlie Harper in 2.5 Men. He's like, "I am an
No.
asshole." Ted is the
No.
type of guy to be like, "I'm not an asshole. I will defend you till the end," and then like take your girlfriend. Like that's worse to me. It's worse to be the guy who says,
Okay, I can see
I
that.
don't do bad things, but then do
I can
them,
see
than
that.
to be the guy that says I do bad things and then does it. Do you know what I mean?
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah,
That's just my thing. And
I can see that.
don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to defend Barney, although he is my favorite character, but I'm not trying to defend the guy. Barney is a bad guy. But he never. Matter of fact, there's that episode where he tells Lily, like by the end, like he's like he gets like thirsty for this one girl, and Lily's like, "When are you gonna stop just fucking being that guy?" And he's like, "I'm not. This is who I am." But Ted is the guy that who they they'll tell him like Ted, when are you gonna like stop like sleeping around or whatever, this and that? And it's like, "Oh, I'll find my love, and then but then he keeps sleeping around and shit and like doing fucked up shit. So like.
Well, no, Ted was in a relationship. He wanted relationships. Barney, did
but
not
there's
want
that
relationships.
there's that one point where Barney and Ted switch, right? Like not in like morality necessarily, but like Ted becomes the sleeping around guy who's just fucking. Matter of fact, he fucks his sister. Do you remember Barney pretends to fuck Ted's sister as like a joke. He never actually does it. But Ted actually fucks his sister.
Ted and Barney fucked his best friend first. Barney fucked Robin after.
Yes, and that
happened first. So
And
after
no,
that,
and that's horrible. And that's horrible. And I'm not disagreeing that that's not bad. But I just want to be clear. That was when Ted and
But then-
Barney were themselves in the beginning. Then you get past like season 5, season 6, and they start switching where Barney is now like the committed boyfriend guy with Robin. And I'm not saying he's a good guy. He's still like the asshole that he is. And he comes back, he like comes in and out of that. But he is more of like a boyfriend lovey type righteous guy than fucking Ted, who's out here fucking Barney's sister when he's like, don't fuck my sister, bro.
Ted had a sister.
Ted had a sister, and then Barney finds out he has a
Okay, yeah,
sister. too.
Ted did have a sister, but didn't Barney,
Barney-
do something with his mom, with Ted's mom?
They like made out, but like it's not.
okay,
but it
okay,
was no, but it was the mom. No, but
he
it was the.
on that.
But it was the mom. If I remember the flashlight correctly, the mom makes out with Barney, and Barney gets all like, oh no, like all weird. If I remember correctly, I don't remember.
I could have sworn he was into that. Like he wanted to get with her a little bit.
He messes with Ted over it, but that's I just think that's what it is. He just likes messing with Ted about it. But I'm not sure.
If I remember correctly, though, Ted was in like relationships. Like he was in relationships. The Barney one, I can't sit up here and say that Ted is scummy for that when Barney will literally fake having some type of scenario where he's calling an ambulance just to get with a girl.
Yeah,
He'll
that's-
fake being old just to get with a girl. This man does all types of stuff just to sleep with a girl.
Yeah.
I
No,
cannot say that he is worse than Ted. Now, if you want to say a committed relationship, okay,
so-
I'll give you that, but that's with one person.
So Ted,
One
so
person.
Ted, when he's like in his relationship, here's the thing. Barney is scummy for what he does. Like he's a fucking asshole. Facts. But what Ted does in his relationships, I also think is scummy. I just think is a different level of scummy. One
I
is
think he has some scummy things he's done too, yeah.
just one is a guy in in committed relationships, and the other is a legit pathological liar and psychopath. It's just facts. So here's my thing.
Well, I think with Ted, in Ted's relationships, to me, Barney's only been with one. I would count the one he was with the stripper, but I feel like I feel like they broke that up for some stupid reason. I don't know why they couldn't be together. That was stupid.
Well, did you
How
see
they
the
let him
prenup they
go?
were drawing up?
The prenup they did and stuff. But
It's
like,
just they realized that they wanted to have too many limitations on each other.
I thought he was a good match for her. I think that should have
I
been
also
something.
thought
I
that
don't know.
too.
I
that
thought
too,
it was great for each other. I don't know why, but no, they wanted him to get with Robin. So,
Well,
but
here's the thing we're going to probably disagree about the most, because I disagree
What?
with this about most people disagree with me on this. Although I do think that Robin and Ted probably belong to each other because, in my opinion, they're the worst. They belong to each other. They're disgusting for anybody else. But like, but they actually don't. They're not well together, in my opinion. And on top of that, I don't think Robin ever. Maybe when they were dating at first, but not that much. Nowhere near the same amount as Ted. She never loved Ted. She always loved him as a friend. Again, maybe when they were dating is a little different, but like I don't ever think that she ever actually loved him, ever. There's maybe moments where like she kind of like felt like she wanted something with him, but like I actually do think she fell in love with Barney. Like I think they, in that sense, were good together because they both fell in love with each other, while Ted was the one that fell in love with Robin, and Robin felt like she was like, well, he's a great guy, which in reality he is not. He just pretends to be one. That's the thing. That's why I don't even think that she fell in love with him.
I think to Robin, he was great. He was great. I think to Robin, he was great.
What do you mean?
Yeah, the stuff he's done for Robin, I think he was great. What did he ever do that was bad to Robin? Besides that one time with the whole Victoria thing. Well, I'll excuse that since you got with freaking Barney. I'll excuse that. So,
No, but
other than that, what bad thing did he ever do to Robin?
I'm not
The
talking
man
that they were
cir-
bad. I'm not talking it was bad to her. I'm saying like Robin never actually loved him.
I
Like,
think he did. You don't go on your wedding day and then this man search high and low for something, and then she looks at him and says she's willing to run away with him, and don't say you don't love him.
that's
Hmm.
no, that's high
I
emotions,
don't
dude.
know. I don't know.
No,
You
in my
gonna marry
opinion-
somebody who's didn't say that.
in my opinion, it's high emotions. It's she's feeling bad
Yeah.
necessarily. She doesn't feel necessarily good about marrying Barney Stinson. And like think about that. Like
No, that they've already been together for years. So that's
but think about it though. She's finally like think about putting yourself in such a changing moment in your life. This is a milestone.
Mhm.
You're just saying absolutely yes to this guy who happens to be Barney Stinson, who there's a crazy history with about women and this and that, and you also know that yes, Ted was very good to you while they were dating, and that he loves you still, and that he's like always been in love with you, this and that. And it's not that she doesn't love him as like in general. I just don't think she was ever truly in love with him. I think probably while they were dating, yeah, a little bit, but nowhere near as much as Ted. And I think she fell out of in love with him at some point, and then just loves him as like a friend or a brother. But I think in that moment when she's like, "I'm willing to run away with you," it was more of a like a desperation thing. She wasn't seeing clearly, and she may have regretted it after. Not
Mhm.
necessarily regretted not marrying Barney, but regretted going with Ted. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, the show ending where they get together, spoiler alert, they get together at the end. I actually don't think it lasts. Like
Mhm.
if you tell me Friends, so Friends, Rachel and Ross get together. I don't know. Something tells me they last. Something tells me they get together. They end it. They end
Nah.
together. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's the feeling that I get after finishing Friends.
But you see how you
But
said that whole thing with how Barney was the woman and all that she was thinking about marriage. I feel like that's something she would think when he proposed to her, when he was she got engaged to him. So right in that little area, I see her, but even before he proposed, because they was going through that whole little issue thing. I feel like that's something she was thinking there. The wedding,
I think
she's
she thought
already
about
made
it.
up her mind.
No, I think she thought about it the entire time up until the
No,
wedding.
what
I think
what was the thing that Ted found for her?
a locket.
The locket, right? So
Yeah.
when
Was it?
he got the
Yeah, I
locket,
think so.
right? Yeah, when
Yeah.
he got the locket, and Barney returned it to her, right?
Mhm.
To Robin.
Yeah.
Robin was not sure that Barney did that. She was
Mhm.
like, he was questioning it,
hmm
but she had a feeling it was Ted. And the look in her face when she realized it was Ted told her, like, there's something going on. I'm not saying that she may have loved Ted more than Barney, but she didn't love Barney that much. Like, she did not. I feel like she only was with Barney because he felt like they was at the same level. You're not higher than me. Feel like we're here. I feel like she thought Ted was above her, and like Ted was this great guy. Because at the end of the day, that's what she thinks, right? She thinks that. So she thinks he's like he's just too good for me. And I think that's why. Plus, they also had two different paths where like she wanted kids, he didn't want kids. So it just made sense why we can't be together. Which is why they get back together in the ending. That part of the ending makes a little sense to me. That makes sense.
Did they get back together?
Because remember, one of the reasons they broke up is because the kid thing. He wanted kids.
Yeah, I just don't.
And she did it.
To me, the way I see it, for me, like yeah, I can see the whole okay. Ted might be better than me. I just see it as like the difference. Like I think Barney and her were more compatible. And that yeah, you're probably right. It's not necessarily that she was madly. I actually don't think she was like super in love with Barney by the time they got married. I just think that she actually was in love with Barney even after like I actually think she was in love with Barney for more time or more intensely than she was with Ted. I think the Ted thing was kind of like a friend who she knew if she dated it'd be a good boyfriend, and it was a good. I actually do think I could probably find some things that I think I do. She when fucking Ted told her to get rid of her dogs, I wanted to murder him. But anyway. So
okay, but she was telling him to get rid of all his stuff. She was telling him to get rid of all his stuff, and those were her boyfriend's dogs. That's the weirdest thing, man. Damn.
No, I agree. I agree that she shouldn't have told him that either. Like, don't tell people to get rid of their stuff unless they want to get rid of their stuff, or unless there's like an actual like logistic reason. Like, I understand if they're like moving in together.
Those were all her boyfriend's dogs. Okay, keep one. No, you keeping 4 or 5 of them damn things in there. No, bro, no.
They're
And that's the only
dogs.
thing you have to get rid of her, bro. No,
They're
you can,
dog-
you know you can go, you know you can get other dogs, right? Or you can have your boyfriend keep the dogs and you get other
What
ones.
the fuck are you saying? You can get other dog. You can never replace a dog. First of all, a dog is
Okay,
a
you know
dog.
what? You know what? You keep all your other girlfriend's dogs, then you get a girlfriend and say, "Oh, whose dogs are these? Oh, these are my ex-girlfriend's dogs." What?
I want to be very clear when I say that a dog is very different than like a telephone booth. Okay, you
Gotcha.
can
You
actually
know what?
get a telephone booth replaced if you're
Listen,
that petty. But a
everybody-
dog, it's a
everybody-
creature.
If you buy a dog with somebody you're in a relationship with, you guys break up. And no. If you have a dog and you get with somebody, and it's not your dog, it's that person's dog. But that person says, you know what, you can keep my dog. Then you get another relationship. You know what? You can keep my dog. Okay, I'll keep all your dogs. You keep my dog. You get in a relationship with another girl. She's sitting up here looking like, why do you have your ex's dog?
Well,
You don't
first,
think
I
that's a
don't
little
think-
weird? That she said those
I'll
were
tell
her
you,
boyfriend's
you
dogs.
know what I'll
She
tell you is
said
a
that.
little weird. You know what I'll tell you is a little fucking weird is why are all my exes letting me keep their dogs? Why aren't they
That's
being,
weird
being
too.
responsible?
That's weird too. But
So-
why are you
So
keeping
you're
them?
telling me I am the weird one for keeping my ex's dogs, like rescuing them, basically,
Yeah.
like adopting
You're
them,
not. What
keeping
do you
them
mean
safe.
rescuing them? They were never needed to be rescued. You make it sound like they got them on the street.
If she's giving them to me, like why can't she keep her fucking dog? Why am
don't
I
you let
keeping her
her?
dog?
You keep your dogs. You said that's yours. You keep them. I'm giving you your
That's
dog.
what
now.
I would say that. But like in this scenario, I got 5 dogs from 5 ex-girlfriends because they didn't want to keep it. So I had to keep them. I'm not going to let them. There's no way I'm going to give them to a shop or a shelter or anything. I'm going to
Why
keep
don't you
them
just
myself.
give them to a friend who may want a dog? You have
Because-
options.
Because those dogs, I probably fell into like a huge love for those dogs and I want to keep them for myself.
You already have 5. What you gonna have? You gonna every single one you're gonna date? You're gonna keep all them damn dogs?
I don't know. Depends. If I love all 5, I'll keep all 5.
If it's 1 or 2, okay. You see what I'm saying? You see how reasonable I'm trying to be?
I don't think
1 or 2. You keep 5? 5?
I just don't think that. Okay, 5. Listen, 5 dogs is a lot. I get it, but it's a dog. It's not a coffee mug. It's not a fucking mouse. It's a dog. Like it's
Even
a
worse.
living thing. It's like a
You
little
make it
cute
sound
little
like nobody
cute-
else can keep this living thing. It's 5 dogs.
But
Give-
okay, what
give
if
it to
you
your
fall
best
in
friend.
love with them? What if you fall in love with the dogs? What if you love the dogs
5?
so much? Yeah,
Okay,
5
but-
of them dogs.
But this is why I say 1 or 2. As soon as I got a second dog, I'm not gonna have an ex and it's their dog, and I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna keep this third one. No, I can't keep doing that.
Okay,
I can't keep doing that.
But
This is
hear me
becoming
out.
a pattern.
I this is oh my god, what is going on with my life? That I end with an ex and I get a dog. What's going on?
Like, think about that. Like, why is this my destiny right now?
If you graph it, if you put it on the graph, you'll see breakup dog, breakup
Break
dog.
up, dog.
It's just a constant line of
What is this? Is this like in my timeline right now? Is this my
It's like-
TVA timeline?
it's like a goodie bag. It's like a souvenir. After you fuck me for a couple of months and when done, you get a dog. I'm like, okay, I like it. I like
Hey,
it.
it's a subscription. It's a
It's a subscription. Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow, I like it. I wouldn't mind getting a dog after every breakup. It would actually be nice.
Dog or 2.
Okay,
That's it.
hold on. But you're telling me you get 2 dogs and you're like the third one. Okay, whatever. I understand. It's like a
To be
third
fair, I
dog.
wouldn't do that at all. To be fair, hold on. I wouldn't
I
do
get
that
it.
at all.
I get
I
it, but
wouldn't do that,
you're saying like
1 or
okay,
2.
potentially a third dog. You're like holy shit, like I already got a litter. I can't get another dog. But
Yeah.
here's where I need you to understand me here. I date a third girl. She's got a dog. I'm like, I got 2 dogs. It's from 2 other girls. They didn't want them. I got them. I'm taking care of them. Please tell me you love your dog. And when she says, no, I don't want to keep them, I'll be like, what are you going to do with it? She's like, I don't know.
Okay, but see
Then
this.
you think I'm just going to be like, well, fuck the
But
dog.
look at this. So look at this. I know you like dogs, right? I would give them to you. So even though I don't have responsibility of the dog, I can still see the dog, look at the dog. I know it's being taken care of because I know you will take care of that dog. I trust you. I know
Okay.
you will be able to do it. So
So then
why
do
not
you-
do that?
So then so hear me out then. So do you think in my scenario, since I like dogs and I can take care of dogs, am I okay with taking that third dog? Would you understand me taking that third dog after I already had 2 girlfriends who gave me 1 dog each? Like, would you
Yes, because
understand
that dog is not your dog. It's not an ex from you, it's from me. So I'm giving you that
No,
dog. That dog has
I'm
nothing to do.
talking about in my scenario where I get the third dog, I get it from an ex.
Okay, the
But
third dog you get from an ex.
And the third dog I get from a third ex, or I get the third girl. Like the third girl I date, I fucking break up. I get the
You
third
should give
dog.
that dog to me.
I
You
give
should
to
like
you?
ask, yeah, to me or Courtney or like somebody you trust.
And you want dog?
Yeah.
You want the dog? Would you want the dog? That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I want the dog.
No, I'm telling you, like that's what you should do. You should ask one of your best friends to
But
give.
what if I want the dog? What if I
You
want?
already have 2. You already have 2. Have you not learned your lesson? Did you not see your pattern? Did you not see your pattern? It's because it's a pattern, and you
I'm on
continue
a
to follow the
quota.
pattern.
I'm on a quota here, Rodney. I need 10 girls and 10 dogs by the end of the year. Okay, I'm on a quota.
What are you, the canine version of Hugh Hefner? What's going on?
All right.
But moral story is, I think Tracy should have lived. I think if they really wanted him to get with Robin, felt like, okay, you said you didn't really believe that the relationship. As long as she was with Barney, that's what they should have did with Robin and Ted. They should have made that relationship better. They should have tried to fixate on that better if at the end of the day, she was going to get with him anyway. If not, he should have been with Tracy. But if I'm going to think about everything in that show, I think he should have ended up with Tracy. I think she should have lived. I think she should have been there the whole time and just would have been nice. We should have got at least 1 full season of them getting together, because I feel like, and obviously they showed the flashbacks, but come on, those freaking flashbacks were like 10-minute clips and stuff. Like, no, I want a full season of you getting with her.
Nah.
And because at the end of the day, if you said like, oh, it's just for you to know that we met the mother and stuff. Well, when he's with her, you don't know that she's the mother. This is just another girl that you're talking to that you like.
No, but we see.
So if we're
we
following
see
it from a past tense standpoint, we don't know that. Like, I'm talking to this girl, I'm like, this might be it, but I don't know it's it. Yeah.
No, but you have he's telling the story. You got 8 seasons of this guy telling a fucking story about how he's gonna meet the girl that he's got the people he's telling the story to with. And like he finally says, or we finally see her. Like, we remember that scene where like she's on the train or she's getting a ticket for the train. We finally see her. Like at that moment, at least for me, at that moment, you know there's something special about her. It's not just some other girl. And you see her meet the other cast members, and then you see the way they interact in the way they are, like in their future, like them and her and Ted, and it's like, you know that's the girl. And again, the show isn't how I lived with your mother, it's how I met your mother. That's why the last scene in the entire show is how he meets the mother. Well, the second to last scene, actually, I guess. Like it's right when he's on the train and he meets the mother. It's literally how they end the show, because it's how I met your mother.
But is it special? But was it special when we met them like that, or is it because it was the last season and we knew we were gonna meet her anyway?
I think it was special because it was a culmination of him telling the story for so long. It was like, we know the details. We know about the yellow umbrella. We know about the whatever, the fart.
Okay, I think that was worse.
Like all that. You're like, you're expecting all this, and it finally comes to the end. And you're like, oh wow, that's great. I love how he meets her. My thing is,
I do too. I just
the way that he's the whole thing just doesn't. It's like he sat down and he's like, I'm gonna tell a 9-year story, a 9-season story to my kids, just so they can understand, just so they can give me the hall pass to go fuck Robin, which he was probably already fucking her, and the kids probably already knew. So it's just another proof to me about how fucking annoying and righteous and honestly bad of a person Ted is. Of like, I'm gonna like.
No, you can't say that he was effing Robin. We don't know that. We don't know that. You can't say that. That's just what you want to believe because you got this beef with him.
The kids literally say to him, "Dad, you're being so obvious over dinner, like giggling."
Yeah, because he likes her and he wants
There's
to be with her.
no
That doesn't mean I have
fucking-
sex with her already.
Dude, when he shows up with a French horn and he looks at her like, Oh yeah, like it's
Okay, then
time
so
to
you
do the
think
deed.
so you think I feel like that would be his first time doing that, saying, yeah, why would that be like his sixth, seventh time doing it? Now he's doing it.
I think the French horn represents like a we don't have to sneak around anymore. The kids are fine. That's
Please,
what it
man.
represented for me.
I
He's
think-
not a good
I
guy.
think-
He's just not a
I
good
think
guy.
I think he's a good guy with flaws. I think he's a good guy with flaws.
Okay, fine. I think he is a guy with flaws that he doesn't want to admit, and that makes him a bad guy.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
One day I'm gonna write that. There's so much shit. There's
But I
so much
still
shit.
think he's a better man than Barney. That guy.
I mean, but what's the bar there? You know, like it's not a high bar. Like Barney, you're giving him great, so good, Ted. You're better than Barney, the guy that fucking.
Well, I think he's much better than Barney. You don't. I think he's much better than Barney.
I think that the sad part is yes.
I
Ted
think
is
people
not
could
that-
actually be longtime friends with Ted. I don't think anybody could be longtime friends with Barney.
I would
Unless
I
you
would-
want to get betrayed, screwed over, he's gonna one of your girls, or he's gonna get you in some legal trouble, or he's going to get you in trouble so he doesn't get in trouble.
I think Ted, if Ted was my friend, I would like hang out with him less and less over time. But you're right. I probably wouldn't be friends with Barney. But that doesn't mean that to me, like Ted is just a step above Barney, and it's simply one fact. It's the fact that
No.
he thinks he's a great person. That's the problem. He thinks that he's like better than
I don't
everyone.
think he's a great person, but I think he's a fairly decent person.
Mm.
And I'll
I
tell
don't-
you, a lot of people are decent people in this world. So
I-
Barney, I think he's like below that.
Yeah, Barney is scum, but I think that for you to pretend that you're a good person when I just don't think you are. Like, come on, bro. Don't say you're not Barney. Right. Ted isn't Barney. But he's not fucking Marshall. He's nowhere near Marshall. The only time I like Ted is the narrator. The narrator, because it sounds like a Ted, and this is the fucked up part, actually. It's the narrator Ted sounds like a person that's gone through those trials and tribulations, who's like been like fuck, like he's been like stepped down or pushed down a peg and been told like, bro, like don't be that righteous guy. And now he's kind of been like, okay, I'm more of human. I understand more. I don't have to be this like righteous, pretentious guy.
Yeah.
And all that, like I literally every time I hear the narrator, I'm like, okay, that's a good Ted. And then all that is shattered with the last scene where like we basically find out that he's been telling this story just to want to fuck Robin. Just to tell his kids that he wants to fuck Robin. Like that's the only reason we hear the story. It has nothing to do with the mom. It has zero to do with the mom.
Oh, but again, that's why I say she should not have died. Because when what are we gonna do? She's been dead for 7 years. She's been dead for 7 years. I don't even think what did they get her even for 10 years?
I don't know, but what
You
does it
know what
matter
I'm
if she died or
saying? Like,
not? That story.
I mean, like,
the
there's
story
nothing
could-
wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with him getting with Robin, especially if he's literally asking. Like they even hinted, she's been dead for 7 years. Like mom's been dead for 7 years. So that to me, that's an indication that no, he hasn't gotten to Robin yet. He literally needs their blessing to do it. And I think if he's been single for these 7 years, just for that, I mean, you gonna
That's
call
fine,
him a
okay.
bad guy because
No,
he's gonna
fine.
because he doesn't want to get with him? Because
No,
he's
fine,
getting with Robin
fine.
now?
Fine, like that's fine. Okay, whatever. They haven't gotten together, and
Yeah.
but like it just feels like the whole story is like I'm gonna tell you a story about your mom, and then
I agree with that.
and then the kids are like the whole story is about fucking Robin, not like fucking Robin, but like Robin. You know what I mean? Like the whole story is about Robin. Like why
But in
don't you
that
just tell us?
situation, though, it's hard to like. You got kids. You had the mom. It's hard to tell your kids like, yeah, like I want to, I want to be with somebody else in my life. Like that's hard. Like, and I feel
That's-
like the way
that's
he
fine.
did it, like don't get me wrong, like it feels weird because it's 9 seasons of him talking about it. But if in reality, it would be like freaking 10, 20 minutes of him doing it.
No,
You know what I
it's
mean?
like 9 hours. It's definitely like 9 hours.
I understand, but like in real life, it wouldn't be like that long. Like it's only like that because it's just a TV series. You know what I'm
I
saying?
get that.
I feel like
To me, it doesn't matter if it's a 15-minute story. We know why. We know why he's telling the story. The kids know why he's telling the story. It comes out throughout the story that all he wants to do is get with Robin, because the entire story is about Robin. Doesn't matter if it's 15 minutes or 9 hours. Dude, Just be honest. Go up to them. I get it. It's a hard thing to do. I get it. We're also adults. He's an adult. We have to deal with hard things all the time. If you're going to go up to your kids and tell them you want to fuck your friend, and just tell them you want to fuck your friend.
I think Tracy should have never died. She should have stayed alive and been with Ted and live happy ever after, dog. If she dies when they're old and gray, cool. But that whole that to me was like, it felt like a waste. Barney and Robin, I think they should have never got together. I think Barney should have been with Nora or Quinn. I think that would have been much better for his character. And his path felt like he just kind of copied Ted and wanted what he wanted. Ted is not the best person. He's not. He's not by far. But I would say he's a decent person. I think Barney is just not a good guy. He does good things, but he only does the good things because he's done the bad things. He has to make up for what he's done bad. So all that saying is, I still think I like How I Met Your Mother more than Friends, which is the whole reason we started talking about this.
I guess so. Yeah, I forgot. I don't know, man. People hate Ross. I don't mind Ross. I hate Ted.
I like Ross.
I hate Ted. Like,
that's fair.
I can't think of a single time. I honestly can't think of a single time where I sided with Ted. And I'm not saying there isn't any. I just can't think of any because
first season.
I remember like the third episode. By the third episode, I was like, "Fuck this guy!" Like, just fuck it. When with the slutty pumpkin, where he was like, "I'm gonna stay here and wait for the slutty pumpkin." Bro, shut up! Like, what? God, it's so annoying, dude. I can't.
He was searching for his love, fam.
It's dumb. Search for life, not love. Search for life because love comes with life. But if you search for love, you're gonna waste your life.
I don't think he wasted his life.
I think so. Dude, like, again, the season like 6 through 7 is just him like moping around about not having anything and like going to the bar and like sitting around, like, again, moping around. Like, it's actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason why I don't even like those seasons, like season 6 through 8, is because I feel kind of bad for Ted because he just looks like a sad turtle walking around and like, why does nobody love me? I have girlfriends and they leave me, and I'm a good guy.
And my best friend, quote unquote, is dating the person I loved. Yeah, I'm gonna be a bit depressed about that too.
I don't know. If my best friend and my ex-girlfriend were better together than we were together, I'd be like.
But what if you love that ex though? You love that ex. If
I still love that ex?
Yeah, you love that ex
more
than you've ever. You love that ex more than you ever loved anybody.
That's kind of on me, no? That I still love that ex. It's not on Lauren. It's not on my friend. My friend didn't make me love that ex. I didn't make him love.
So if one of us gets with your ex, the one that you love the most, one of us gets with them. You was with that ex for a year. What is it, a year and a half? And you love that ex more than anyone. And we get with them. First of all, like, think about it. As a best friend, you just wouldn't do that. Period. You just wouldn't do that.
Totally.
It's not even a thought process. It's not an existence. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's just, to me, the fact that you're doing it, and don't get me wrong, people do that. People do that trash. They do that kind of stuff. But like, people like me, I just could never do something like that. Like, what? That's not even a thought. Especially if you love her. Now, if you say, "Oh, it doesn't matter," I don't care if you say that. I'm never doing that. That's crazy to me that somebody would even do that. Especially when you're like a stan of me, because you can admit Barney was a stan of Ted. That first season, he felt like he was like his fan or something. It was a little weird.
Well, I mean, Barney was brought up under weird conditions. I don't know. Listen, if my ex, here's my thing. I don't. I mean, all right, whatever. My ex decided to, like, fuck one of you, and y'all decided. I understand that it's not a thing, but let's say had reciprocated or whatever, would I feel away? Of course I'd feel away. But like, it's on me. So I have to think about it. Okay, what do I do? Do I talk to him? Probably. And do I try to understand them, or do I yell at them for doing that? No, I try to understand. Why did you do this? Do you love each other? Was it like a drunk night? What's going on? I also remember, hey, my friend is a free soul. And I remember that my ex, who isn't with me, is a free soul. And even when she was with me, she was a free soul. And I think, all right, this makes me feel like shit. That sucks. But it's not my life, it's their life. They can do whatever they want. I will feel away, but I need to solve that. They're not going to solve it. They can't. I can't go up to them and be like, "You're making me feel this way, so you need to stop." Because first of all, they might not. They don't have to. And second of all, that might not even make me stop feeling the way I feel. So when I look at Ted's response to that, I actually understand his response completely to how he responded. I actually think he responded, aside from punching his best friend in the nuts, but that I just think that's like for comedic effect, obviously. But like the way he responded was pretty understandable. Hey, I see what you did. I don't really want to be your friend anymore. I get it. Why would you want to be their friend when they did that? I totally get it. And I probably may not want to be. Matter of fact, this has happened to me. Now that I think about it, this has happened to me. No, this has happened to me. And
I know.
And my response was, well, first of all, it was a little different because we were still together. So it's it was straight up true.
Yeah.
But my response was, okay, they're human. They're gonna do whatever they want. I hate it, but I have to fix it myself. I can't go up to them and be like, stop. They're not. So I'm gonna take my response. I'm gonna fix it myself. What did I do to fix it? Well, one, I started realizing that like anybody that does that to me is not really anybody that respects me. One, and two, I stopped being friends with the person because there's no reason to be friends with them because I don't trust them anymore.
Yeah,
and that's it. You know, that's like that's the way to respond to it. But if you look at it from, oh, they're horrible people. Yeah, sure, they're horrible people, but they're also human. You know, and they're making a human mistake.
I understand. Listen, people make mistakes. Things happen. This is a quote right here. Things happen, but some things should never happen. Though, as a best friend, those are one of those things.
That's fair.
Now, if that person may not feel like you're not their best friend like that, that's different. So you don't feel like I'm your best friend. That's why you did that. And I cut you off right there. That's cool. But if you truly are that person's best friend and you do that, you're a drunken knight. Why are you putting yourself in a position to get drunk, hang out with this girl, knowing you low-key might feel some type of way about her? Don't put yourself in that position. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with drunk drivers and stuff. Don't put yourself in a position to hurt anybody else or your own self. You know what I mean? Like I can't forgive people.
See, my thing's a little different. Like drunk driving, there's like lives at stake. So yeah,
I understand.
I'm gonna sit here and tell everybody, please don't put yourself in that position. The other position, I'm gonna say, hey, know what you're doing, know that it's a risk, but I'm not gonna tell you not to do it. Like, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. But it's not about you telling that person. It's not about you. It's them. Them telling themselves that. Like, you should know yourself that I can't do this. I can't do this. This is my best friend's friend. I don't even want to do this. Why am I here? I feel like sitcoms, like, don't get me wrong, that happens in real life. But I'm saying from like a true best friend, a true real friend is not going to do that to you. That's what I'm saying to that. It's just not happening.
I totally agree. I do think, and maybe that just means that there's less true friends than we think there are. But I do think that mistake will happen more often than not, because I think it is a human mistake. And again, if that means we have less true friends than we do, then that's probably true. I agree with that. But
I believe that's the case. I believe we just don't have true friends as much as we think we do. Yeah. And I think because of that, we say things like, it's a human mistake. It's human. No.
But it is human.
It is, but I just feel like, no, like, I just didn't really fuck with you like that. didn't.
That's I don't know. Like I think there's a case to be made where, you know, like you like you just in the moment. Like I'm not saying that I would ever make that mistake. I don't know. I hope not. But I think that's the thing is I don't know if I would ever make that mistake because I think it's so human. There's other mistakes that people put as human mistakes. For example, like murdering people. That's not a mistake. You're talking about like being with some girl that you've had like feelings for in a while. Yeah, you probably shouldn't be there. You know you're making a mistake. But like, fuck, it's the one time you get to be with this girl. You get to have like the one thing. Like, I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not trying to defend them. I'm just saying I understand the human mistake behind them. And guess what? Human mistakes still have consequences. So I'm not saying like, oh, you made a human mistake. You're fine. Go back to play. No.
Yeah.
You go to the fucking corner and you sit and you learn about what you think about what you did or whatever. That's what I'm saying. It's like, like with our friend, it was our friend. With my situation, it's not like I said to him, "Oh, it's all good, bro. We're chill." No. I'm not friends with him anymore. And maybe he doesn't care. I don't think he cares. But that's for me. It's like the consequences. Okay, you did that. Fine. I have to live with it. It is what it is. But I don't have to live being your friend.
Yeah.
And that's a consequence. So I get you. Like maybe we do a kind of excuses by calling it a human mistake, and I'm not trying to excuse it, but it's much less, in my opinion. It's not as impactful as like I don't know, like drunk driving. You know what I mean?
But I just think I'm using that. I use that as a situation where it's like you chose to go somewhere and drink, and you chose to go out, like knowing, like once you drink and you're by yourself. It's on you. Nobody put the damn thing in your bottle and you did that.
I agree.
Same thing when you're at a bar with your best friend's girl and you don't know how you is when you control your liquor or how much you drank, how much you do. You know how you are and you chose to drink. So now whatever happens, it's on you.
I totally
you do. You know what I mean? It's on you.
Agree.
So
yeah, just like, calling it a human mistake doesn't mean excuse it. It just means it's their mistake and it's on them. That mistake they own. That's
No, I see what you mean with that.
With all that said, in a heartbeat, in a New York minute, I would fuck your ex-girlfriend. No one, like no. That's a true friend. I'm telling you the truth.
And then I commit a crime.
What?
I'm not gonna say what crime because then I might get smoked. But I just say I commit a crime.
You're gonna put me in a missing milk carton? Is that what you're gonna do?
No, it's not good enough.
No,
I gotta do that. I gotta do that jigsaw stuff.
Oh my god!
That's all we got for today, everybody. If y'all like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. If y'all want us to talk about other topics or conversations, y'all hit those up in the comments below. Also, what do y'all think? Do y'all think Ted and Robin should have been together? Do y'all think Barney and Robin should have been together? Do you think any of them should have never or been together? Do you think Tracy should have died or should have lived? Think carefully, everybody. Think carefully. But thank y'all for joining us on Newsflash from Bang and RJ. I'm the Flash.